day, everyone. I am Michelle G. Rapada, taking a Bachelor of Elementary Education, your reporter for today. So today, I will be discussing my assigned topic, which is the K-12 Inclusion Policy under the basis and policies of special and inclusive education. So here are the objectives of today's discussion. So at the end of the lesson, students are expected to discuss the historical development of K-12 inclusion policy, understand the purpose and know the importance of K-12 inclusion policy, and appreciate inclusive education, ensuring the K-12 inclusion policy is implemented effectively. So now, let's proceed to historical or sociological basis. So pinagsama na ang dalawa na yun kasi nga, yung mga nangyari sa ating mga society or kung ano yung mga agreement, i-included naman siya sa history. Kung bakit nga ba nabuo itong special and inclusive education. Alright, so now, let's define first what is inclusion in education. So in education, inclusion involves ensuring that all students, regardless of their abilities, differences, have equal opportunities for learning and participation in a shared educational setting. So the goal is to establish a supportive, diverse learning environment that caters to the needs of every student. Very good. So whenever we talk about inclusivity, it's about the feeling of students being valued. Okay, so like they feel that they belong or nararamdaman nila na they are included to that group, na hindi sila iba. Although feeling niya o ramdam niya na he or she belongs to that class or context. Alright, so here are the K-12 inclusion policy. So first, responsiveness to rights. Second, sensitivity and responsiveness to context, recognizing and valuing diversity of learners, schools, and communities. And third, recognizes and respects learners' rights to relevant and responsive to their context, or meron nga silang tinatawag na no learner left behind. Okay, that's it. So way back in 2013, during our former President Benigno Aquino III actually established this one. And under ng K-12 inclusion policy na yon is our responsiveness to rights. So we realize na yung DepEd mas nag-i-incline siya sa inclusive education. Okay. So now, when we say sensitivity and responsiveness to context, recognizing and valuing diversity of learners, schools, and communities, this means that being aware of and adapting to different situations while appreciating and respecting differences among students, schools, and communities. Okay, so it's about being sensitive and responsive to diverse backgrounds in education. Alright, so we recognize the rights of the students and response to their needs. So they also have the term na ano ngayon? Okay, they also have the term na no learner left behind. Okay. So, kaya nga meron tayong tinatawag na K-12 policy. So, everyone is included and sensitivity is very important. So, like for example, the modules. So, i-check nila yun to make sure that hindi yun bias or masyadong discriminative yung nakalagay sa mga worksheets or workbooks. So, that's it. So, those are the historical bases of the foundation of special and inclusive education. Alright, so now, how can we say that a classroom is inclusive? Anyone? Okay, very good. So you have to acknowledge that individuals have unique and particular needs in the learning and work environment. So it always starts with your or with our perception to something na kapag tinanggap mo at ina-acknowledge mo that everyone in the classroom is unique. So it is one step to actually know what though they need. So because most of the time or sometimes teachers are just ignore this uniqueness. So they thought that traditional that everyone received the same treatment. So regardless of who or what they are facing. So sa madaling salita, na kapag inclusive yung classroom, dapat alam mo na your students are unique. Okay, very good. So know that your students are very complex. So the importance of K-12 inclusion policy is that it gives everyone a fair chance at good education. So this policy makes sure that all students, including those who have different needs, can get a good education together. Okay. So before I end my presentation, do you have any questions or clarifications, class? None? Okay, so that ends of my presentation and I hope you've learned something from today's discussion. So once again, this is Michelle G. Rapada.